We opened March 1965, 45 years almost. And I keep on running because the business is growing.
Okay.
Customers like coffee, and I'm doing a good job. It seems that I'm doing a good job, and the customers do come back and come. That's why we are still in business.
Why did you choose to roast your own beans?
To roast my own bean? To be ahead of the game, to be ahead of other coffee shops that they don't roast and they know nothing about coffee.
Is that how you started to do this?
No, I started roasting while I was a baby. I'm the fourth generation in roasting. I grew up in roasting business without my dad forcing me to do. We just played as we grew up with the bean, with the roasting system, while my dad was teaching me how to do, what to look for, things like that.
So coffee was somehow your...
In the family business, yeah.
And your childhood too?
Yes, my childhood.
Did you start developing a passion for coffee ever since you were a child?
No, why? I used to hate helping my dad, especially the smell. I never liked it. But as I grew up, things has changed.
Okay.
I started liking it. We used to drink a cup of milk. Inside, my dad or my mom will put a couple of spoonful of coffee. I used to like it, but different taste. It didn't flat taste of milk. It changed. But now, as I grew up, I don't put any milk, any sugar in my coffee. I drink it black. No other way.
So how is your coffee shop different from the other businesses?
Good, honest, good service, honest beans, good roast, good price, and good service. That's why we are surviving. The beans come from different countries. The way we choose them, sometimes I read about an exporter or an importer. I call him or I email him for a sample. They send me a sample. I roast that small sample and evaluate how is that coffee. Is it to my standard? Can I afford to buy and sell in my store? If it meets that standard that I call myself, then I buy my beans. We have between 23 to 30 different variety and blend. The bean has to be nice, rich, healthy looking, observation-wise, good looking, clean, and the taste-wise to be whether I am looking at fruity or nutty characteristic. Each bean has fruity characteristic. However, sometimes that is good, sometimes it's not good. So I decide what bean I like, how to roast, how long to do, and do I look at fruity characteristic or do I look at nutty characteristic? Majority of them I like nuttiness.
Was your roasting machine 45 years old too?
No, this is my third roasting machine. My first roasting machine was maximum 7 pound or 8 pound, but we used to roast 5 pound batch. As the business grew, I needed a little bit bigger, and then I went to bought a machine that roasts 10, 12 pound at a time. That grew. Now I have a machine that roasts 80 to 100 pound an hour.
We roast daily between 200 to 300 pound a day, and it's very efficient machine. The grounds, they go up here, we store it as the temperature is correct. We program the machine so that each bean needs different temperature, and then we start roasting. Once it is roasted, it's done. We open the gate, the coffee, they come over here, and then it rotates, the fan blows down, we cool the machine, and then when it is cool enough to handle, we store it in the can. Each batch, we write down and we log. We write down the temperature, when we start, when we finish, what was the temperature, because each bean needs different temperature. So we program or we adjusted the heat according to that bean temperature requirement. I make that decision. There is no such thing law saying that we roast at 400 degrees, this Colombian you roast at 400, Sumatra you roast for 30, things like that. There is no such thing. I make that decision. What temperature I do.